Bom dia a todos. É com muito gosto que a Biblioteca Nacional recebe este colóquio, as Filipinas, uma zona de contacto global, ligações transoceânicas, em que se vai destacar a importância das Filipinas no processo de globalização, ou de início de globalização, que agora se celebra com os 500 anos da viagem de circunnavegação. E a que a Biblioteca Nacional não podia deixar de estar alheia. Especificamente neste caso, que também celebramos com uma exposição que talvez tenham a oportunidade de ver nestes 2 dias, uma exposição que está no segundo andar, sobre o que teria sido a biblioteca ou o conjunto de livros que passaram pelas mãos de Ferdinand Magellan, não exatamente os livros físicos, mas os que foram lidos certamente por ele, escritos por contemporâneos ou mais antigos, e que muito provavelmente foram literatura que serviu de base também ao seu conhecimento, ao seu empreendimento. Independentemente disso e de haver também uma exposição relacionada com o tema, é óbvio que eu digo nestas alturas, reforço, sublinho sempre também que a Biblioteca Nacional não é só a sala de leitura e a coleção, é também o ponto de encontro de académicos, de investigadores, ponto de encontro de projetos, ponto de encontro também com o próprio staff da Biblioteca Nacional, que trata as coleções que são fonte de muitos destes projetos e portanto, é sempre muito importante que também estas realizações, ou algumas delas, se realizem aqui. A Biblioteca não é só, como digo, uma linha reta em direção à sala de leitura, há muitas outras possibilidades de a Biblioteca participar e, nesse particular, eu agradeço a organização deste colóquio, terem-se lembrado de o fazer aqui, designadamente ao CHAM e às outras entidades também que participam na organização, designadamente a Universidade Paulo da Lavide e a Universidade de Manila, e agradecendo também, já agora que sou a primeira a falar, a colaboração do apoio das embaixadas, a Embaixada das Filipinas, está aqui a ser embaixadora, e também a Embaixada de Espanha. Do ponto de vista da Biblioteca Nacional, é um pouco mais, e da Indonésia. Peço desculpa se me esqueço de algum, mas não somos propriamente da organização de alguma entidade que tenha estado envolvida. Do ponto de vista da Biblioteca Nacional, apenas lhes desejo que sejam 2 dias de trabalho muito frutuosos, que tudo corra bem, e a Biblioteca Nacional e o seu staff estará sempre aqui na sala para aquilo que for necessário. Obrigada.
Muito obrigado, doutora Maria Inês Cordeiro. Queria desejar as boas-vindas a todos os presentes. I will now say a few words in English to address to the presence. Dear friends and colleagues, distinctive guests, welcome to Lisbon and welcome to this seminar. On behalf of the organizing committee of this seminar, I would like to welcome you to this event. I just would like to add 2 or 3 small and brief notes about this occasion. Firstly, to say that we are very happy to welcome here such a distinctive scholars and academics that study the Philippines and the history of Southeast Asia and the relations with Europe and with America, with this some sort of diversity from their origin. We have guests from several universities in Europe, here in Portugal, in Spain, Seville and Madrid, from France and from the United Kingdom, and also from Mexico, Tokyo University, and of course Manila. And this diversity that we tried to implement here on our guest list is some sort of a parallel to the title of this seminar, which is dedicated to the Philippines as a global contact zone, a zone of contact between several cultures, several roots and trade connections. And this is the first aspect I would like to stress. The second one is, of course, to thank all of the people and institutions, sponsors that make this possible. And thirdly, I would like just to give a few remarks on what we are going to discuss. On this 5th century, on the first travel that went around the world, I think it is important for us to make a reflection, not only an academic one, but also one regarding the public in general. And so, welcome for your presence here. And well, I will pass now the word to Dr. João Figueirôa-Rêgo in the name of CHAM, the institute that promotes the event. Please, João.
Thank you. Welcome to all. Welcome to all. Please don't be afraid. I don't have any formal speech to deliver. Just to say a few words. First, on behalf of Professor João Paulo Oliveira Costa, Director of CHAM, and second, from myself, just to say welcome to Lisbon and welcome to this international seminar. I hope you enjoy these 2 days of work, and I hope you have the possibility to know the city perhaps next weekend, to profit our wonderful springtime. And I just want to underline aspects meanings concerning this event. Is the partnership between CHAM, the Universidade Paulo de Olavide, in Seville, and Ateneo of Manila. It's a pleasure for me to address the Ambassador of Philippines. We all have already said at Museu do Oriente in a book presentation, just precisely about Ferdinand Magellan. Well, I hope your stay in Lisbon could be features, and these 2 days of work give you another perception, perhaps, or a different perception of your works and of your studies about Philippines, about so many aspects concerning the Magellan's voyage. I don't want to speak about the polemic things, but I hope you could take advantage to your stay in Lisbon to meet other researchers and to work in not in the same direction, but in a complementary direction, because I think it's good for all of the members of this partnership and to the UNESCO share on the ocean's cultural heritage, because this seminar is included in the framework of this share. So I don't stole more of your time, because we have, and you have, two most important things to do, not listen to me. And it's all. Thank you, and have a good time in Lisbon.
Thank you. Now I will invite Undersecretary Ernesto Abella from the Philippine Department of Foreign Affairs. Please.
Thank you. Dr. Jose Manuel de Carvalho Marquez, Ambassador Maria Damas Nunes, Dr. Maria Inês Cordeiro, Ambassador Celia Ana Feria, Professor João de Figueirôa-Rêgo, Professor Armando Marques Giles, and Professor Paulo Jorge de Sousa Pinto. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to first and foremost acknowledge and commend the Center for Humanities of Nova University of Lisbon, the Ateneo de Manila University, and the Pablo de Olavide University in Cebu for organizing this academic seminar. The Department of Foreign Affairs and the National Historical Commission of the Philippines are proud to include our names in the list of sponsors in this event. I'm very pleased to be a part of the discussions during this two-day international seminar, as it provides a platform to promote and broaden the academic discourse on the role played by the Philippines in the formation of a globalized world and as a center for convergence in connecting peoples, cultures, roots, and oceans in our part of the world. The multidisciplinary perspectives and insights from the various academic scholars participating in this two-day international seminar will give us a better appreciation and understanding of the intellectual, cultural, political, and social settings that help shape people's lives and actions during that particular time in our history. Today, the Southeast Asian region is highly dynamic and interconnected. It is home to a number of countries with the fastest growing economies in the world, as well as the busiest trade routes, where about $5.3 trillion worth of goods pass these waters yearly. Just as it was centuries ago, the Philippines today is in the center of all of these flows and connections. In addition to the understanding and insights gained from activities of this nature, this seminar also serves to enhance engagement and people-to-people exchanges between our countries. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the Philippine Embassy's proactive cultural diplomacy program that has been developing projects aimed at promoting Philippine-Portugal cultural relations and raising awareness of our shared history and culture. My office, which is responsible for cultural diplomacy, is proud to be supporting and funding the ongoing research project entitled Research on the Philippines in Portuguese History and Historiography, conducted by Center for Humanities, or CHAM. The project's final output will be a compilation of historical references with relevance to the history of the Philippines produced by Portuguese scholars. I've been informed by our Philippine Ambassador Ana Feria that this project will be finished by the end of this month. But this is just the beginning. Again, in collaboration with CHAM, our embassy here in Lisbon is also working on compiling and publishing a book of essays on the history of Portuguese relations with the Philippines and an annotated bibliography of Filipiniana found in Portuguese archives and libraries, both a first of its kind. I'm confident that this international seminar will bring more awareness of the Philippines and Portugal, and of Portugal to the Philippines in the area of cultural cooperation in the years to come. We also take note that this seminar, hosted by the Center for Humanities, is being held in cognizance of the 500th year of the voyage of Ferdinand Magellan, hence the theme, the Philippines, a global contact zone. From the Philippine perspective, the original event was an encounter, an engagement between our nascent civilizations with the West. We regard the quincentennial as a celebration of remarkable human achievement, confirming the intuition that the Earth is indeed round and not flat, leading to many diverse European discoveries and ventures. We also regard the quincentennial as a moment to recognize the establishment of Catholicism, our doorway to Christianity. The religion gave a broader platform to our pre-colonial sense of the divine. It is also an opportunity for Filipinos to embrace their own identity, their own story, the story of its uncelebrated hero, Lapu-Lapu's valor and sense of peoplehood, a much-needed North Star by which we can make sense of our past and to navigate our future. So for the Filipino, it's all about celebrating humanity, values, and identity. In closing, I would like to congratulate the organizers and sponsors for making this seminar happen. I wish to make the special mention of the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, represented here by Professor Ambeto Campo, its former chair, and my colleagues at the Philippine Embassy in Lisbon, headed by Ambassador Celia Ana Feria. Muito obrigado.